Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV class and job quests. Last time, my goodness, we gave the Warrior of Light neck a massive workout because I think we set a record. I want to say there were 37 nods in that episode alone. I was flabbergasted. It's like the Scholar job quest line was just trying to pad out the numbers. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. But the Scholar is done. Let's head to the wheel and see what's up next. We have 12 left. God dang, it feels like I've been doing so good at getting these done, but there's still so many of these. And I haven't knocked out a single expansion yet. I got 3 from A Realm Reborn, 2 from Heavensward, 2 from Stormblood, because Blue Mage was technically a Stormblood release. I got 2 from Shadowbringers. I've got 2 from Endwalker. And I've got the 1 from Dawntrail. Oh my goodness. I mean, on the plus side, most of the Realm Reborn ones are gone, and that was a huge chunk. All right, give me a few good spins, and let's see what we gotta do today. Oh no. Oh, I have been dreading this one. I'm gonna be honest, I was not looking forward to this particular job crystal coming up, and oh my goodness. Blue Mage is gonna be a thing, as you'll see. But anyway, the first quest for this one, Out of the Blue.
You there, would I be right in guessing you're an adventurer? If so, I have a request to make. We've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage, whatever that's supposed to be. He could be a blue-arsed wolf rat for all I care, but I hear he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently, they're meant to give the holder all sorts of mystical powers, which is a load of chocobo shot according to a dozen or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are the genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud, and you'll receive fair payment for your assistance. And if they by some miracle end up doing what he claims, you might be able to pick up a new parlor trick or two. So, are you in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Very good. We've received word he's haranguing passerbys near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there.
Ay. Blue Mage is gonna be a thing. Here's the spot, and she's just hanging out here.
You got here just in time. Looks like he's about to make his pitch.
All right. Here we go. Oh, sorry about the mouse. I do have to say this guy does have a hell of a sales pitch, which you will see. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The name's Martin, and today I present you a wonder of the new world. I call it Blue Magic. I'm gonna change his voice, because I know there's an announcer character that shows up in this. So I'm gonna change his voice to something different.
Beyond the Indigo Deep live the Wallaki, who have their own unique brand of spellcasting. Like black and white magic, it draws on ether from our surroundings, but that's where the similarities end, my friends. I'm sure you've all seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's a form of self-defense, see, but it's still magic. The Wallaki discovered how to harness ether in the same way and wield the forces of nature.
Yeah, white mages can do that already, and technically so can black mages.
But how, I hear you cry? Well, it's simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of the beast. When a creature is driven to attack, you can see into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its ether and make its power your own. Of course, it's not as easy as picking fights with the local wildlife, of course. But my Wallaki mentors taught me well, and now it's my turn to teach you. Observe, behold, the power of blue magic. Otherwise known as the power of absolute bullshit, because the blue mage can do fucking whatever they want.
And I am not joking when I say that. Blue mages are ridiculous in their versatility.
By the 12, did you see that? I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let me tell you. For the Balaki, this color holds special meaning, sacred even. And seeing as it's saying white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. It's not red either, and I think there's even a green. I suppose you're also wondering what you need to become a blue mage like me. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these, a soul crystal. And don't forget a specially designed outfit to help you look the part. Downside is, though, these are suppositories, so you're gonna have to bend over. I'd even throw in one of these here spell books, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you need to know about learning blue magic. I got enough for all of you, but you better snap them up before it's too late.
Like I said, it's a hell of a sales pitch. But he kind of glossed over the downside of the blue mage, and is that you kind of have to get wailed on by the spell in order to learn it.
Are you lot really that dense? Can't you see he's playing you for fools?
Oh.
Drive the beast to attack. More like run headlong into battle with only a silly blue costume for protection. Of course no one can claim it's fraud when they're at the bottom of some creature's belly.
Like I said, there is the downside of that. There's also the fact that you are still a mage and you are kind of squishy. And now we've got some Mamulja just popping up out of nowhere.
We feast on your flesh, smoothskins. Your gods cannot save you now.
Oh, please tell me they're part of the act.
All of you, stay back.
Oh, they're 100% part of the act. Some aqua breath. Missile. Yeah, he's got some skills, I'll give him that. And I don't recognize that one.
No more! Please spare us! Oh, they never stood a chance! Bugger all this swords and shields nonsense, I'm giving blue magic a try!
Oh, they were 100% part of the act. Why do I feel like even she was part of the act? Well, it was an impressive show, I'll give him that.
Oh, there's definitely something fishy going on here, and the arrival of those Mamulja was a little too timely for my liking. Come on, let's see where he goes next.
Oh, we're being followed ourselves.
What's up? It looks like he's headed for the Morby Dry Docks. Follow me!
Orbit Dry Docks. Oh, lovely. I don't see him anywhere yet.
According to one of the guards, this Martin character has been seen skulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hand over fist for gullible adventurers, this strikes me as more than a little odd. Anyway, he was that spotted making his way to the salt strand. Let's go.
He's making hand over fist and Gil. What's he spending it all on? Oh, and I watch again, huh?
Just as I suspected, he's up to no good again. Why else would he come all the way to a place like this?
Oh, there's those Mamulja that I figured were part of the act.
Martin, you say you'll be less violent this time, but that was very violent indeed. That all adds to the realism. And you lads did a great job. Your gods cannot save you now. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn near shat himself. I think we've seen enough.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, bud, but your little fake show is busted.
Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. Frau, well, that's all a big misunderstanding. You can't pull the wool of my eyes. The game's up. And the same goes for you two. I knew you were in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I'm about as convinced by them as I was by your acting. Say what you will about our sales technique, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know I poured my heart and soul into those crystals, and the spellbooks explain how to learn the magic. But it ain't my fault that the buyers can't be asked to read the damn things. And if you're thinking about trapping me in irons over the outfits not providing enough protection, I can assure you that they were tailored especially with the needs of a blue mage in mind. I'll admit I had to cut a few corners to keep the costs down, but still. It all boils down to whether the soul crystals are genuine or not. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you try this blue magic of his?
I'd be delighted, my dear. After all, it is one of the most unique ways to play Final Fantasy XIV. It's too bad you can't use it in all the content.
Come on, mate, don't be shy. Once you learn your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits.
Well, thankfully for me, I have the last outfit that they give us. We'll be wearing that. But the game is nice enough to show off what the starter Blue Mage outfit looks like.
Oh yeah, very fetching. Why, you've been getting changed. Latulja and Gahilja have been luring over a nice cooperative baby kraken to teach you water cannon. The bait's been laid, so one should turn up any moment now.
That's not a baby.
Run away! Run away! That's a big on the big side there, lads. Plus side, we're gonna be eating good tonight. Oh, not to worry. All you have to do is give it a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick if you prefer, and our tentacled friend will return the favor by firing possibly quite painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. I need the suit back afterwards, after all.
Alright, so it's time to learn the basics of being a blue mage. Pull out stick. Get the shit kicked out of you by whatever thing you want to learn the spell from. Hopefully don't die. And when it eventually does go down, eventually. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous, game. I can't continue my bit till my character wins this little brawl here. 3 hours later. As the creature finally succumbs to the wounds of 1,000 stick pokes.
Impressive. After that little escapade, you should be able to fire your very own water cannon. And by the by, you don't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by the magic you're trying to learn, but that'll probably happen whether you want it to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the one that the beast's after, its power should be yours, assuming, of course, you can defeat it. You see, this is what most people don't realize about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of recklessness and, well, I mean bravery, to stare these creatures down and look into their souls with nothing but a stick to your name. It's a shame that not all of my customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me a fraud. You don't think he's telling the truth, do you?
Do I have water magic yet?
We shall see. Now that's settled. I'll be having my wares back if you don't mind.
Yeah, you don't actually get the outfit until you beat the level 50 quest. Until then, you're basically just stuck with whatever you have access to.
What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, mate, I don't know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal, outfit, and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof of my innocence. Sound fair to you?
Alright. Yeah, I know. No reward in New Game Plus mode. That's the downside to this is I basically have most of the spells learned as Blue Mage, so I don't get to show off learning them, but at the same time, it's a grind. Open the Blue Magic spellbook under character in the main menu to assign active actions. This is the tricky part. Blue Mage arms generally have no effect on your attributes. However, equipping armor and accessories that boost your intelligence will greatly increase the damage dealt by your offensive magic. If you lose your Blue Mage gear, replacements can be purchased from Calamity Salvagers as normal. Anyway, let me put on my Blue Mage outfit. Alright, anyway, this is what a Blue Mage looks like at level 80, which is the Blue Mage cap currently. Yeah. We're gonna have to talk about this. This is kind of the elephant in the room when it comes to Blue Mages, but Blue Mages are what is called a limited job. This is the only one in the game currently, although that will not be the case for too much longer. We've already know that we're getting another limited job in Dawn Trail. It'll probably be like at the very end, just like this one was at the very end of Stormblood. And that one's probably gonna be a massive grind too. Anyway, before we get too far into this, let me take my helmet off because I don't like having the helmet showing. And then we can actually look at the Blue Mage spellbook and how this works. So, unlike every other damn job in the game, Blue Mages do not have a set of skills. Instead, you get a giant-ass spellbook of, what are we up to now? 124 spells in the game that you could potentially equip 24 of, and that's important. You only get to hold 24 of these active at a time, so you gotta be really picky. The other thing is, some of these share cooldowns with other ones. Now you'll notice I'm still missing a few of these. That is usually because they require trials and raids, and basically content that you have to really get a group into to get into. In fact, yeah, that's all I'm missing, isn't it? Am I really just missing that? So, yeah. Emanation, so that's Lakshmi. Sigmascape V1, Alphascape V3, Deltascape V1, so these are all just Omega raids. More Omega raids. Hell's Care, that's Suzaku. Castrum Fulminus. I want to say that's Ruby Weapon. Learned via Wallaki Totem. They're, this one's actually blocked behind the level 80 quest, which I haven't actually beaten yet, which kind of bugs me. Crown of the Immaculate, that's Innocence. And Eden's Promise Eternity, so one of the Eden fights. So yeah, I'm only missing 10 spells, and then I'll have all of the Blue Mage spells. I'm doing pretty good so far. But I kind of want to go over the set I've got, and I do have multiple sets here. So I basically have a healer set, a tank set. I'm probably gonna have to make a new set for like DPS rules, because most of the time I'm usually doing this, I'm usually playing the tank or the healer, which, you know, tank means you basically get to survive a crap ton of stuff. So let's put on tank for right now, because this also lets me, you know, basically solo dungeons. Now, I see someone else is working on becoming a Blue Mage. First off, level 1, blue leading the blue. So, for Blue Mage, until we get to basically the end of Realm Reborn, which I can't really say that because these guys all came out in Stormblood, but until we get to the level 50 quests, they're gonna show up in sets of 10. So it'll be 1, then 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, and then lastly 50. And I think 50, actually there's 2. But let's start with blue leading the blue. Well, I suppose you better show this yellow jacket that getting smacked about by a mad kraken wasn't a waste of time after all. Just take aim at little old Latuja and fire off a water cannon. If anyone knows how the proper blast feels, it's him. Kaz knows he's been on the receiving end enough times of mine. Oh, this is only way. Use water cannon. So right off the bat, I'm slightly chafed here because I actually have to put water cannon on my set, which you can imagine is probably not a spell you're gonna keep on for most of the time. So give me a second. Let me find a spell that I really don't need on here for right now. All right, we now have water cannon on. I'll give you Kurokurio water, and he's done.
Painful yet refreshing. Refreshing yet painful. The perfect combination. See, I was telling the truth, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah then, we best be get going. It's been a pleasure. Not so fast, you bill-haired twit. I'll admit, the spell worked as you said it would, but you can't sell these soul crystals without adequately explaining the risks. It's irresponsible. Some might even call it deliberately neglectful. You're not under arrest, but from this day forth you are strictly forbidden from peddling any more of your wares. If I hear you've sold so much as a blue handkerchief, I will hunt you down and throw you behind bars. For your aid in the investigation, you have my thanks. Fare you well.
Mm-hmm.
Can't bloody believe it. Just as I was beginning to turn half-decent profit, too.
Ah, okay, so this was the one I wanted was the announcer. Well, well, that was quite the show, darlings. Oh, no, wrong character, different one.
Neither black nor white magic, but something new entirely. Blue magic. Yes, it's sure to draw a crowd, as you've amply demonstrated. And who might you be? The name's Rosie, and I manage the Celestium in Ul'dah. It's an arena where daring young souls such as yourself perform feats of bravery for the audience. Unlike the Colosseum, the vast majority of the entertainment pits man against beast, with the matches being brought to an end before either side suffers any serious injury.
Let's not give her the southern drawl, because it sounds too much like his.
While our patrons revel in the thrill of combat, acts of wanton brutality and bloodshed are considered distasteful. Rather than savagery and slaughter, our appeal lies in the personas that our participants assume to add a touch of drama to the proceedings.
Oh god, it's fucking pro wrestling.
However, I'm not one to settle for a mere modicum of success. My goal is to make the Celestium renowned the world over, and to that end I have been searching for something truly unique. And that is where word of this blue magic of yours reached my And that is when word of this blue magic of yours reached my ears. Martin, my blue bundle of crowd-pleasing wonderment, how would you like to be the very first contestant in the masked carnival? It will be an event pitting your magic against a host of bestial foes. This is serious stuff, ma'am. I didn't go through all the trouble of learning all these spells to entertain a bunch of gulping spectators. I needed to make money. Oh, paying spectators, my dear. Some of them are quite wealthy, in fact. And you stand to earn rather a lot of coin. And now you're talking my language.
Yeah, well, he's easy to please.
I say, darling, where are you going? I was about to make you the same offer. I hate to bust your bubble, love, but my apprentice here is barely taking the first steps on the road to becoming a blue mage. Wait, how do you have so many damn spells already? You're supposed to be level... Why are you level 80? How are you higher level than me? Wouldn't want him meeting a grizzly ant in the middle of your arena now, would we?
Once I learn some more blue magic, I'll win for sure. Can I use something besides these piss poor spells? Yeah, exactly. I need better spells.
I think that would rather defeat the purpose. If I only needed warriors to triumph over the pit fiends, I have more than enough already. It's blue magic or nothing, I'm afraid. If you're not confident in your abilities, I don't mind waiting until you're ready for battle. Perhaps you could oversee his training between matches? Training? That were not part of the deal. Oh, I'm not asking you to do it for free, my dear. Quite the contrary. Well, you'll pay me for that too? Well, consider it done then. Oh, that's what I like to hear, Martin. Let's get you to Ul'dah for your costume fitting. Come along.
Yes, the blue mage is the pro wrestler of the Final Fantasy XIV world. It's kind of funny.
I get to wear a costume as well? I got a bad feeling about this.
Come on, man. In for a penny, in for a pounding. You know the phrase.
And I'm not sure that's the phrase.
It is for me. All right, this is the spot.
Oh, it just occurred to me that I never asked whether you actually want to take part in the masked carnival. Are you willing to endure Martin's training regime in preparation for the greatest performance of your life?
Do you want to become a blue mage and enter the masked carnival? Well, yes, of course I do.
Oh, you've made the right choice, my dear. I have high hopes for you. As for your illustrious mentor, I believe he should be ready to make his grand entrance any moment now.
Ah, I see now. There's the level 50 attire. What he gave us originally was the level 1 attire.
I'll be honest with you, it's a bit more extravagant than what I'm used to. Color's not bad, I suppose. Oh, you look marvelous, my dear. Everyone, feast your eyes on the great Azuro. What's that supposed to mean? I gotta deal with this damn stage name too? Well, nothing really. But it lends a certain degree of panache to your stage persona. No offense, darling, but the Great Martin doesn't have quite the same ring to it. You'll be playing the role of an enigmatic nobleman who has deigned to grace the Celestian with his outlandish magics. Lady, if you give me a script to memorize, I'm out. Oh, where are my manners? I never asked your name.
It's Dekumon, Gopher of Light and General Goofball.
Dekumon? We should come up with something a little more inspiring before you step into the arena as well. Ah, yes, I have some information concerning you two gentlemen. As you may have heard, Uldar has a law that bans members of most beast tribes from entering the city. It was mainly to keep out goblin merchants, you see. I have had someone else pour over, the documents, and it seems there is no mention of the Mamulja whatsoever, meaning you are free to stay as long as you please. Just don't blow anything up.
Yes?
Well, with that, I think my work here is done for the time being. Martin, I leave Dekumon in your presumably capable hands. Best of luck.
Presumably capable. Yeah, that sounds about right for Martin.
I admit, I didn't think this is how things would turn out, but what's life without a few surprises, eh? So, it looks like I'll be guiding you on your path to being a blue mage. I get the impression you're no stranger to getting up close and personal with fearsome beasties, but when it comes to mastering the Walaki's techniques, you've got a long way to go.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's the creatures themselves who'll be doing all the teaching, though, and the spellbook will point you in the right direction. Of course, I won't be much of a mentor if I just said, come back when you got a few more spells under your belt. Seems like you need something specific to aim for. Tell you what, why don't you start by learning Blood Train? And who knows, it might even come in handy. Oh, it nearly slipped my mind. There are a few spells that you can only learn from creatures in the New World. Luckily for you, Gahilja here has brought with him a fine selection of totems infused with their ether to save you the trip across the Indigo Deep.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention this because it kind of feels obvious now that we're in Dawntrail, but these guys are from Tural. It is very obvious that Tural is the home of blue magic, and if you remember the Dawntrail job quests, you probably got an idea of what said totems are going to look like. Of course, those ones are a little bit more extravagant than the blue mage ones.
No getting your hands dirty fighting off fiends. Just absorb the ether and the magic's all yours. Naturally, we're not just going to give them to you since you're still only a novice. Wouldn't want you biting up more than you can chew. When you think you're ready, talk to Gahilja. Gahilja, very impressed by Dekumon's bravery when Kraken appeared. Now, Dekumon must impress with skills as blue mage if you want these totems.
Shouldn't be a problem.
You heard the man. There's a whole world of spells waiting for you. So get out there and start learning.
Oh joy. Yeah, start learning, he says. Dude, you have no idea. So I kind of want to go over a couple more things with the blue mage. Specifically where most of the early magics come from. And you'll see here, a lot of these say they're learned from dungeons. But there's also quite a few that actually show up in open world areas, which are really nice because early on, that's all you get. Like, is the open world ones. For the most part, they're relatively serviceable. I mean, I keep a couple around. I think this one's been super handy, Mighty Guard. The other thing I need to talk about is how you level a blue mage. Blue mages get shit for experience in instances. I kid you not. In fact, you cannot take blue mages in most instances as is. You'll see here. Roulettes? Nope. Dungeon queues? Nope. Nope, nope. I am forbidden from using the duty roulette for just about everything. That is because the duty roulette expects you to basically be on a normal job. This does not work with Blue Mage. Blue Mages basically have to have pre-made parties or go in as solos. And even then, I can't really go into anything relatively recent because my level is capped at 80. To make up for this, limited jobs, Blue Mage specifically, and I imagine Beastmaster will work the same way, get a massive experience bump from killing overworld enemies. This is why you'll see whenever Blue Mage gets an update, you will see packs of Blue Mages roaming the overworld, killing mobs left and right. And I mean normal overworld mobs, not fates, just normal overworld mobs. Although you will probably see quite a few Blue Mages doing fate farming, because Blue Mages can literally just gear themselves to annihilate fate enemies. It's kind of funny. Anyway, Martin, let's see the level 10 quest, Blue Collar Work, the one that required us to have Blood Drain.
Well, if it ain't my gifted apprentice, Dekumon. Before you say anything, let me guess. You're here because you learned Blood Drain and you want to hear my next bit of advice. I'm right, aren't I? The next step is to...
It's him, the Great Azuru!
God damn it, I got fans already? I only did one show, lady.
It's like, oh, my 9 days to come at once. Oh. If you remember the Stormblood LP or played Stormblood yourself, you know what I'm giggling about.
Please, say it for us one more time. How could I refuse my door in public? Yeah. Master of knowledge beyond the comprehension of mere mortals, and wielder of arcane magics as unfathomable as the deepest ocean. Hearken, foul beasts, the indomitable keeper of the blue has come.
Oh my gosh.
'Tis I, the Great Azuru.
He said it! He actually said it! Well, that was corny. Character giving him the freaking deadpan look right there. Like, seriously? I mean, I guess this is the joy of being a wrestling persona.
Sorry about that. Just doing my bit to keep the coin rolling in. Where were we? Ah, yes. I know a great spot for a bit of training. Meet me at Spineless Basin. I'll explain everything when we get there.
Okay. What the heck are we doing at Spineless Basin? Alright, buddy, what are we up to?
I'm glad to see you survived the trek. I hope the Hornets didn't give you any bother. In fact, they're the reason we're here. There's some especially angry ones would be perfect targets for practicing your blue magic. They're tough, but not too tough. Some folks call them man-eaters, but I think that's just an exaggeration. Anyway, why not give Blood Drain a try? It'll dry out some of the enemy's ether to help you cast more spells.
Thankfully, I'm not required to use it, which would be rather irritating because I'm not geared for it at all. Instead, I am currently set up as a tank, because I am a tank main. And specifically, I'm going to be having on this lovely little skill, which is a permanent buff called Mighty Guard. This basically turns me into a tank. It drops my damage, however, for a lot of skills, but not all of them, but most. Oh look, a man-eating hornet! And I punched it in the nose. That was easy. Hello? Who are you?
Thank you, Great Azuru, for getting rid of that pesky hornet. He was a right nasty bastard if I ever saw one. Here's your payment, as agreed.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You're using me for pest control! Hey, I expect a cut of that. Ahem.
Ah, I didn't see you there. How goes the training?
Sir. Training, working for free is more like it. Maybe one day I can get paid for doing nothing too, yeah.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. You had a chance to hone your skills, and that bloke can go about his business without being stung to buggery. If he's willing to part with a few gil for it, who am I to say no? Once we get back to Ul'dah, I'll divvy up the onions. I'll see you outside the Celestium.
I really should put some time into trying to get those last spells, but they basically require sitting in Party Finder, and it's kind of a bitch.
Ah, there you are. What took you so damn long? You're showing signs of improvement, but you want a few more tricks up your sleeve before you can step into the arena. Those pit fiends don't mess about. I reckon what you need is Mind Blast. Once you learn that, come and find me and we'll continue your training. Oh, and here's your payment for that hornet you put down.
Alright, here we go. I think Mind Blast is actually from the second dungeon.
What, you think I'm being stingy? Listen, mate, I've already subtracted the fees for your training. If I charged any less, I'd be cutting my own throat.
Sure, buddy. Anyway, next quest.
Why they call it the Blues. Oh, so you learned Mind Blast already? Well, that was quicker than I was expecting, but I'll take your word for it. Come to think of it, your new spell might be useful in our next training session. We're going back to Spinus Basin, so meet me there when you're ready.
Is this another training session or is this another extermination? Alright, what am I killing now?
Now, consider what happened last time. You might be thinking we came all the way here just to slave you beasties for a handful of coin again. And you'd be exactly right. There are a few differences, though. Firstly, we've been paid in advance. Secondly, you'll be going up against moles, not hornets. And lastly, you'll have to kill 2 of them, not just 1 this time. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, you wanted training, didn't you? In that case, why not try stopping them in their tracks to Mind Blast? I tell you, it works wonders when you're outnumbered. Go on then, off you go. I ain't got all night.
Alright, fine. Am I gonna actually have to put Mind Blast on? No, I'm not. The game's like, you know, here, I can suggest it to you, but I'm perfectly fine not actually making you use it, which is, you know, I'm more than happy to not use it because I'm not a super big fan of it. I'd rather use some, you know, flashier skills. Like, say, the skill from Cutter's Cry, the ram's voice.
There.
Much more practical skill, trust me. And has some fun little combos. And that's something else that Blue Mage does that a lot of the other classes really don't get to do, is weird combos. Also, Martin, what's going on here?
Oh dear. That can't be right. I gave you everything I owe.
Yeah, you paid back the original amount. Late, I might add. Very late. Don't tell me you've forgotten about interest. Oi, you! This is none of your business. Piss off!
Dekumon, I appreciate you trying to help, but I got myself into this mess and I get myself out of it. Actually, please help me.
Oh dear. Oh, next scene is just gonna be him face down in the... What the fuck?
You dress quite well for a penniless swindler. Not my size, but these fine garments should fit a gill or two.
Catch yourself lucky. At least we left you enough cloth to protect your modesty. Make sure you got our money next time or we won't be so generous.
Thank you. I'm eternally grateful.
Yeah, not my finest hour, I admit. But I've been through worse and lived to tell the tale. Speaking of which, looks like you survived your scuffle with those scary-looking moles. Let's head back to Ul'dah to celebrate and get me a fresh set of clothes. Oh, and that reminds me. Rosie's about to have some choice words for me about the costume. Well, I might have left the shirt off my back, but at least I still have my dignity.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, buddy. You gotta walk through Ul'dah looking like that. Well, looks like he got himself a spare outfit after all. Good.
Damn fool. Rosie was, as I expected, none too pleased when I showed up looking a bit underdressed. Luckily, we had a spare outfit. Not so luckily, the cost just coming out of my wages. It's all going from bad to worse here, you know.
My. This is certainly a far cry from your days at the Arcanist Guild.
Arcanist Guild? Huh.
Rastrick, what are you doing here, man?
Oh, if you must know, I'm here on business. Very lucrative business, I might add. And as luck would have it, I heard rumors of the masked Carnivale, starring a so-called Blue Mage. It didn't take so much to deduce that my old friend Martin was behind it.
If you're here to watch the show, buy a ticket. Better yet, buy a VIP one so they pay me more. If you just came to glow, save it for another time, because I ain't in the bloody mood.
I say, it's not like you to be so hostile. Perhaps I should go back when you're feeling a little more amenable. I'll be seeing you, Martin.
That guy is a pain in my ass. The less I see of that smug prick, the better. See, we've known each other since our time at the Arcanist Guild, where we researched magics from outside of Eorzea. We both traveled to the New World and spent time with the Wallaki, who taught us about blue magic. But when we came back to the guild to share our findings, they said it was simply not practical and cut off our funding. The theory was sound, I just needed to spend more time with the Wallaki, so I paid for another expedition out of my own pocket. Damn near ruined me, though. Now I'm up to my neck in debt trying to make ends meet by performing like some bloody clown. Wastrick, on the other hand, ditched the research when he realized there was no money in it. Even though he went through all the trouble of learning blue magic like me, he just lost interest. After that, he came back to Eorzea and set up his own trading company. Him and his rich fans started raking in the guild, doing God knows only what. Sorry, Dekumon. I expect you got better things to do than listen to my sob story. Like learning some more spells, for instance, boy. Get out there and learn. The next one I want you to add to your arsenal is Phase. It's perfect for giving you an opening to land and a few more hits. Or run away, whichever you prefer. Phase. Anyway, once you master that one, come and see me. Becoming a blue mage ain't easy, and I know that better than most. But stick with it and one day you'll be just like me. Actually, you should probably just ignore that last part.
That's very true. Phase. Where was Phase? I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Ah, there you are. Eastern Lenosha. It's actually a rather easy one to pick up. Anyway, level 30 quest. Scream Bloomer. What? Oh dear.
None Phase, have you? Good to hear. Listen, I got a few things to take care of, so your trainer will have to wait. Sorry, but can you come back later?
Oh dear. Where's he off to now?
Well, if it isn't Dekumon, how goes the training?
What training?
My debut can't come soon enough.
I didn't realize you'd be so much traipsing around. No, I might as well show her some enthusiasm. After all, I'll be in the Masked Carnivale before much longer.
That's what I like to hear. I have high hopes for you. Anyway, enough chit-chat. I came to talk to you about Martin. You and I both know about his recent and highly embarrassing troubles with debt collectors. He assures me that they have been paid off, but it seems like he's borrowing from other unsavory characters instead. I can't have him, my star attraction, putting himself at risk like this. If he's involved in something that could damage the reputation of the Celestium, I have a right to know.
So?
How about you two? Surely you must have some idea.
Martin has many secrets.
Oh, he certainly does. So, he went to take care of some things, yes? Perhaps we should look into exactly what these things are. Dekumon, he's your teacher. I bet you're as eager to get him to get to the bottom of this. Come on, let's go and look for him.
Oh joy. Gonna find him naked in the streets again, aren't we? He's up here at the Alchemist Guild, huh? At least that's what I suspect he's going to be, considering Rosie's peeking around the corner here.
He just went into the Alchemist Guild. He's trying not to draw attention by wearing something inconspicuous, and by that I mean not blue. But why all this secrecy? Could he be buying medicine? Perhaps he's got some awful condition. That would explain where all the money's going, but I don't think that's it.
No, it's something else. I don't remember what he's in debt for.
Where's he off to now? With me, Dekumon. The game is afoot.
The game is afoot. What is this, Hildy? Okay, this is the spot. What's up?
Looks like he's waiting for someone. Shh, they're here.
Oh, not these assholes again. No, these are new ones.
You know the rules. Money first. That ought to do it.
Look, I know this ain't exactly above board, but this is costing me more and more every time, and the packages stay the same size. In fact, I think they're getting smaller.
Not our problem, mate. Dream flowers in short supply. If you want them, you'll pay what we ask and take what you give it.
Dream flowers? My man buying drugs?
Dream flowers?
He's buying drugs.
Someone's there! Get him!
What have I done? Dekumon, you've got to stop them!
That's fine, shouldn't be a problem. After all, these guys have never had to deal with the might of a blue mage. Here, have Ramuh's signature attack. Yeah, I bet that tasted good.
So you saw everything. I better prepare for the worst. Oh, thank you, Dekumon. If it weren't for you, things could have turned out very differently.
No problem.
As for you, Martin, what the bloody hells do you think you're doing? Dream flowers? So you've been concocting somnus in your spare time? Were you planning to sell it? Or is it all to feed your own addiction? Either way, you can forget about our contract. I can explain. It ain't what you think. Oh, what is it then? This had better be good. I've been trying dream flowers to make medicine, not somnus. It's for the Wallaki. They need the proper treatment as soon as possible. There's an epidemic, you see, most likely brought over from Eorzea by people like me. How serious is it? Very. For Eorzeans, it's not much worse than catching a cold, but for the Wallaki, it's life-threatening. Not only that, it's spreading like wildfire over there.
Yeah, that's not a freaking parallel to, diseases coming into the New World.
A friend of mine, a Wallaki Kyurgeon, is doing all he can with their traditional medicines, but it's a losing battle. At this rate, it's only a matter of time before they're all taken by the disease. I know I'm not the only Eorzean to visit the New World, but it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'm partly to blame. I can't just stand by and let them die without at least trying to do something. I came back to Eorzea to find a cure based on my friend's research notes. I practically ruined myself, but I eventually came up with a concoction that seems to do the trick.
But it takes dream flowers.
The thing is, it'll take more than a couple of doses to stop the epidemic, and this stuff don't come cheap. There's also the fact that the main ingredient comes from dream flowers, which ain't easy to get a hold of. So that explains why you've been dealing with those back alley cutthroats. I suppose your business in the Alchemist Guild had some connection to the medicine, yes? Yeah, that's right. Needed some tools and whatnot to help with the mixing. But that's nothing you need to worry about. I've caused you enough trouble already. It's been nice knowing you, Rosie. If you'd told me all of this in the beginning, we could have worked something out. I've decided. You can carry on at the Celestium. As for the dream flowers, let's just say I know a few people.
Oh.
You sure about this? Rosie, I can't thank you enough. I'd do anything you ask, anything. Now you can start by putting in a few more performances at the arena. I'm sure the extra money won't go amiss now, will it? I was about to suggest the same thing. I'll perform on every show you got if you let me. Other fans are clamoring to see more of the Great Azuro, so it makes sense to capitalize on that. Anyway, this hardly seems like the place to discuss business. We should head back.
Well, there. That could have turned out far worse.
You did me a good turn by taking care of those dream flower peddlers. Sooner or later, they would have bled me dry one way or another. Rosie introduced me to a merchant who handles shipments to alchemists. He gets the dream flowers processed before being brought to Uldar, which bypasses the ban. Still bloody expensive, mind you. Oh, I almost forgot about your training. To tell you the truth, the run-in with those somnus dealers was probably a better test of your abilities than anything that I could have thought up. I might not have much time spending you. I'll get you ready for the arena, but I can still give you advice. I'd recommend learning 1,000 Needles next. Once you got the hang of that one, come and see me. Actually, there's a strong chance I'll be in the middle of performance, so Latulja take care of things while I'm away. Remember, your teachers are the beasts that roam through the wilderness. You're free to roam too, but if you get lost, your spellbook will show you the way. Good luck, Dekumon.
Yeah, 1,000 Needles, honestly, probably one of the very first spells you should learn as a blue mage, I'll be honest.
Martin already performing many times a day. Latulja worry more shows will kill him. Martin's blue magic is powerful indeed, but he is just a man. Sometimes he forgets this.
But yeah, as the name suggests, 1,000 Needles does 1,000 points of damage, no matter what. So it's kind of a pretty handy skill going into the early game as a blue mage because let's just say a lot of things can't survive 1,000 damage easily. Anyway, next up, blue gold.
Dekumon, something terrible happened. Martin almost killed.
What? Come on, I thought this was supposed to be pro wrestling. Means he's not supposed to be in real danger.
He told Martin he worked too hard, that he should rest, but he not listen. He wanted medical care for Wallaki, but now he one who need help. Of course, Martin cannot train you. Latulja want to help, but...
Martin's such a great teacher that no one could possibly replace him. Is that what you were about to say?
Rosie, I imagine? Oh no, it's this asshole.
Please excuse my little jest. I was as sorry as anyone to hear that my old friend had fallen foul of some pit beast. In fact, I came to offer my services. I expect that Martin neglected to mention that I too am a blue mage. We both studied under the Wallaki as part of our research. While I am not one to boast, I should point out that I took to the art like a fish to water, while he floundered.
Wastrak speak true. You can learn much from Wastrak.
Oh yes, with Martin bedridden, it would be a shame for his protege to be left without a mentor. And as his friend, overseeing your training is the least I could do. I will be waiting for you at Horizon's Edge.
Do you have to sound so pompous about it?
Why, yes, I do.
You know how I talked about fate farming? And the reason why blue mages make such great fate farmers? It's that their skills don't have level requirements. So a blue mage downsynced, let's say just for funsies, I downsync to this level 10. I don't lose access to any of my spells. I still have my full kit. I'm just actually downsynced. Which kind of makes blue mages ridiculous in that regard. All right, Washtrek, what do we got?
Don't let the matchstick fool you. I've no connection to the Empire. Well, not a direct one, at least. My company carries out work at a cerulean processing plant run by our Magina and Sons mineral concern. Perhaps some of it ends up in Imperial hands, perhaps not. As for this vanguard, it was abandoned by the Garleans outside of Castra Meriandum. It seems like the perfect opportunity to learn something of their technology, so I had it restored. Ever since we finished gleaning all we could from it, it's been collecting dust, so I have no qualms about letting you smash it to pieces as part of your training. Assuming you are up to the challenge, of course.
Yeah, I think I can handle this thing. Oh no, I'm under attack. Whatever will I do? Let me channel the power of Ravana. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you get 4 charges of that, and it's hilarious how useful it is.
So, you have some rudimentary understanding of blue magic, but have you considered how, nay, whether, it serves you? For there is one thing I know that Martin at least has yet to realize. The age of sword and sorcery is coming to an end. Surely you have seen the power the Garleans wield. The technology continues to advance while we Eorzeans cling to our ancient ways. For now we are able to keep the Empire at bay, but for how much longer?
For how much longer indeed, sir?
I'm not the only one who feels this way. There are those who seek to develop airships and engines of war to combat the Imperial threat. It will not be long before the Grand Companies deploy Magitek units of their own on the front lines. Even so, the most advanced weaponry will be worth little more than scrap metal without a steady supply of ceruleum. As we speak, the Garleans and the Immortal Flames are fighting to claim the supply in northern Thanalan. What I'm trying to tell you is that people like Martin waste their time on worthless relics of the past, and fail to see the bigger picture. The future lies in ceruleum. If you ever decide to want to make a real difference in this world, I could use someone like you. But there's no need to rush though, dear boy. Just give it some thought. Anyway, I think that's enough for one day. Let's return to Uldar.
Pompous son of a bitch.
I have to say, I'm surprised you made so much progress with someone like Martin as your mentor. Speaking of which, since he's still confined to the infirmary, your next training session will be...
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Wallstrack?
Martin, Kayadza tell you stay in bed.
I'm fine. True still has to walk and breathe and everything else. But how can I lie there when my apprentice is trying so hard to earn a spot next to me in the arena?
Oh, you needn't worry about Dekumon. Even without your guidance, he is well on his way to becoming a competent blue mage. Actually, while you're here, there is something I wish to discuss. A proposition, if you will. I heard about the lengths you were going for the sake of the Wallaki. Why didn't you come to me?
For what? You'd only laugh in my face as soon as you realize there's no money in it. Or have you forgotten what happened when our research funding got cut? All of a sudden, you couldn't give a quickens ass about blue magic and the people who shared their homes with us.
Oh, that's hardly fair, Martin. How could I carry on without bankrupting myself? Make no mistake, I'm as grateful to the Wallaki as you are. We may have gone our separate ways, but there's never been any bad blood between us. Seeing as you're in no position to help anyone from your sickbed, I'd say that letting me lend a hand is your best option.
I suppose you got a point.
The quicker we can produce the medicine, the more lives we'll save. With my resources, it'll be ready in no time.
Alright, Wallstrack. We'll do things your way.
I'm glad we can see eye to eye for a change. Once we have a large enough shipment, I'll deliver it in person to the Wallaki. Then they'll shower me with praise and make me their king. Their god, maybe.
You just don't bugger it up, you hear?
Oh, you can count on me, Martin. There is a lot at stake here, and I intend to see things through. I have a few arrangements to make first, but I'll come by for the formula once I'm done. Until then, you should get some rest. You look terrible, dear friend.
Yeah, I know. I'm barely standing as it is. You know, I never thought he'd raise a finger to help anyone but himself. Maybe he does have a shred of decency after all. Still a pompous son of a bitch, though. I hope he ain't been putting any funny ideas in your head, though. Still seems strange that he's shown an interest in your training in the first place. What's in it for him? I'm probably just overthinking as per usual. I suppose it's my fault for not being there for you. And you won't find anyone, besides me of course, more qualified to teach you blue magic. Unless you fancy making the trip to the New World, that is.
Funny you should say that.
One thing I can do is tell you which spell you should be learning next. It's called Glower, one of my personal favorites.
Glower, huh?
If you can master this, I reckon you'll be ready to enter the mass carnival. Best of luck, Dekumon.
And Glower you get from Cyclopses, and the only one I remembered getting it from was the one in Cutter's Cry. Or not Cutter's Cry, Aurum Vale.
I should go back to bed if I want these wounds to heal. Since I won't be up and about for a while, you should continue to follow Latulja's lead for now.
Alright. Thankfully for me, I already have the Glower. The Real Folk Blues, our first level 50.
Dekumon learned Glower, yes? Then Dekumon succeeded, just as Martin said. Latulja will tell Martin.
Oof, he's still out, huh?
Ah, you did it, Dekumon. You've done me proud.
And that's not the only cause for celebration.
I almost changed your voice for a second.
I received a missive saying that Wallstrack was as good as his word. The medicine worked, and the Wallaki is saved. And just like that, the sun's out and the freaking music's playing. Once, and it stopped.
Martin,
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, young, goddamn.
Seda, how did you get here? Never mind that. I have something urgent to tell you. Hey, Dekumon, this is Seda, the Wallaki Kai-Urchin I told you about. He learned to speak the common tongue of Eorzea. You listen, it's Wallstrack. He brought the medicine and everyone with the disease has been cured. But he wasn't content to simply give it to us. He's used it to lay claim to Lapis Canyon. God damn, I knew there had to be a second angle to this. But why would he? Oh, of course, the ceruleum. Lapis Canyon is sacred ground and glows bright blue because of all the ceruleum beneath the surface. That bastard was after it from the beginning. He must be at the processing plant. Come on, Seda, let's go. See, I knew he was a pompous son of a bitch. You just had to listen to him talk.
Martin, stop! Ah, very quick for a man who lie in bed for many days. Can Dekumon go with him? I worry that Martin bite off more than Martin can swallow.
Or is that truth?
As far as the Tulja knows, processing plant in northern Danalan. Make sure Martin not do anything too stupid.
I'll try. But this is Martin we're talking about, so no guarantees. Thankfully, I didn't have to go far. He's literally right outside the Aetheryte.
What? You only gave him back that medicine so you could steal Lapis Canyon.
Steal? Don't speak to me like some common thief. I won't deny that obtaining the cerulean was my primary concern, but we signed an agreement. It's all perfectly legal, I assure you.
You know full well the elders can't read Eorzean. You told them if they didn't sign the contract, they couldn't have the medicine. And besides, your laws don't apply to the Wallaki.
Even so, I expect your elders to honor the promise they made, legally binding or not. Perhaps you have forgotten that the medicine was paid for and produced by my company. Before the negotiations began, I have already spent vast amounts to manufacture a large enough shipment to treat everyone. I saved your tribe from annihilation, and this is how you repay me. I've given you all a second chance to lead healthy, productive lives, working in my cerulean plants.
You took advantage of our suffering so that you could plunder the thing most precious to us. Since the time of my ancestors, Lapis Canyon has been at the center of our beliefs, of everything we do.
Beliefs? Oh, come now, don't be absurd. That blue substance you call the lifeblood of the planet is ceruleum, a type of fuel. It's not doing any good just sitting there underground.
Now that's some FF7 Mako bullshit.
Once I open a mine in Lapis Canyon, I hope to employ the Wallaki, offer you all an opportunity to earn a proper wage. When you realize what you've been missing all this time, you'll soon forget about your superstitions.
Oof.
How bloody dare you? Who are you to call them superstitions? This is their way of life, and all you want to do is destroy it for the sake of your own damn greed.
I'm doing more for the Wallaki than you ever will. I'm giving them a chance to build a better future for themselves. They can either be part of the modern world or be left behind.
But that's not your decision to make.
What about the medicine? That was a product of Eorzean society. Without it, they'd all be dead.
Yeah, well, so was the disease, man.
And another thing, my investor funded its production for a share of the profits from my New World enterprise.
Darlings, there's no need to squabble. Who's this? Oh, it's Rosie.
I admitted, I'm Washtrick's backer. It all started when I told him about Martin's plan to save the Wallaki from the epidemic. You see, the prospect of trading with the New World sounded rather promising, though this is the first I've heard of the cerulean mine. Expanding into new regions often leads to resistance from the locals, but this is far beyond what I was expecting. Washtrick, I don't like being kept in the dark. I'm seriously considering withdrawing from our deal. That said, I can see this being a worthwhile venture, providing that the Wallaki are not being exploited. But I also agree with Martin that their way of life should not be disrupted. As you can see, this leaves me with a difficult choice. Which is why I propose that the two of you settle this in the arena. Washtrick, you're a blue mage yourself, correct? I am indeed.
Though I should... Oh, I'm sorry.
I am indeed. Though I should warn you, Martin was never a match for me, even before he was chewed up and spat out by one of your pets.
Which is why I'm getting volunteered.
Then perhaps it's time for his apprentice, Zoro II, to make his grand debut. I can picture it now. The ultimate clash of blue magic. The loyal disciple of the great Azuro faces a mysterious challenger to determine who is the superior spellcaster. If Dekumon wins, I'll cut off my funding for the Lapis Canyon project, and the lands will return to their original owners. And if Washtrick is victorious, Martin must act as intermediary for the Wallaki and persuade them to agree to the development. Royce, you can do what you like with that money of yours, but you can't expect me to go along with this.
For such an old-fashioned sort of fellow, Martin seems to forget that disputes such as these have been decided by combats in ancient times. I, for one, have no objections. Count me in.
What about the Wallaki? They should be the ones to decide their own fate, not us. You're right, Martin, but we have a similar tradition. When two sides cannot reach an agreement, a representative from each takes part in a contest of strength. Ideally, one of my people would be chosen, but we are in Eorzea, and I have no choice but to ask you to participate on our behalf. So, will you do it, Dekumon?
I'll fight for what is right. I'll fight for Martin. I'm getting myself into. No. The Wallaki deserve to have a proper champion.
Very gallant of you, my dear.
I'm sorry, wrong character.
Very gallant of you, my dear. The crowd will lap this up. First things first, let's get you two into your costumes and take a look at that magic of yours. I want to know what my audience will be getting when the big day arrives. Come along now.
Well, this should be interesting. Alright, here we are.
Once you both change into your new costumes, I'll see you in the arena. This way, my darlings.
If memory serves, there are no duty calls in the Blue Mage. Instead, they, like, anytime they do a big fight like this, they put it into the Masked Carnival itself. And then they basically say, come back once you've beaten this fight in the Masked Carnival. And then again, I might be wrong with the first one.
Come on, my dear. Are you ready?
Yes, I've got my level 50 Blue Mage outfit here. All right. Let's get spell slinging. Yeah, showing off all the very specific skills you have to get this quest line. Mind Shock, Thousand Needles, and Glower. I recognized all three of those.
But you missed.
Dude, I was trying not to hit.
Okay, you said no think so.
Oh, wonderful, my dear. It seems a new hero was born. Now it's Warstruck's turn. Pay close attention to the costume, darlings. It's my finest creation yet.
My word, you made him a heel. That's honestly impressive looking. Shit, he even floats. Oh. He's got the level 50 primal skills. Yep, Shock Strike, Eruption, and Mountain Buster.
Such power.
Don't worry, we'll be able to beat him, no problem. Because I have better skills than that.
The Dread Warlock who transcends dimension of time and space. Azulmagia.
Why must I be the villain?
Oh, it's all part of the act, my dear. What could be more thrilling than an epic struggle between good and evil? And of course, I expect good to win. You mean to tell me Warstruck is inside that thing? Why is he floating? Oh, for dramatic effect, of course. And if you must know, it's a cerulean levitation device. Surprisingly cheap, too. Apparently there is a much practical application for the ability to float a few ilms off the ground.
I'm still not convinced it's entirely necessary, and this costume is rather more flamboyant than I would have liked. But if I'm going to do this, I might as well enjoy myself. I'll show the audience what real blue magic looks like.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. It's sure to be a performance they'll never forget, right here at the masked carnival. Not to put too fine a point on it, Dekumon, my dear, but I think you'd benefit for some practice before starting in the main event.
Oh dear.
Chain all you want. It will make no difference. Lapis Canyon is mine.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Just know that I've already beaten you.
Wait, what? But that's not fair.
That's the interesting question. Am I gonna have to beat him again, or am I just gonna do it for funds?
I'd say you're ready to take part in the masked carnival, although I'd recommend testing your skills against less challenging opponents before facing Azulmagia. I've gathered quite the menagerie of exotic beasts, but you should choose with care. We tried to call an end to the performance before either side incurs any serious injury, but as Martin will attest, accidents can happen. Once you feel confident in your abilities, say the word and I will grant you and Azulmagia the opportunity to settle this feud. Until then, fight well, but don't do anything rash. I would struggle to find another replacement Blue Mage after all. Oh, that Rose. She's a real piece of work, ain't she? I suppose I'd seen this coming, we would be in this mess. Well, it's up to you now, Dekumon. He's right. If only I hadn't been damn near killed in that bloody show, I could deal with him myself. Well, I'd like to think I have a chance of winning, but he always was the better mage. To be honest, though, I think you've got a real talent for blue magic. In fact, you shouldn't be scared of Wastretch. He should be scared of you. With the right spells, I reckon you'll be able to take him down a peg or two. Now get out there and show him what you're made of. And I go back to bed. Look at me, getting all worked up like that. I better head back before the children realizes I'm gone again. Hopefully I'll be allowed out of the infirmary to watch some of your performances, though. Best of luck, Dekumon. Oh, goodness gracious me. The Masked Carnival is unlocked. Yeah, you don't get access till now. The Masked Carnival has been unlocked. To participate, speak with the Celestial Attendant in Onyx Lane. Oh, I see, so the game is just gonna let me go right to it, but I feel like this isn't correct. I feel like I need to show this fight at least once, even if I lose the fight, which I don't think I will. I want to at least show what this fight is like. So, and just so I can find the right one. Miss Typhon, where is the level 51? There it is. Dirty, Rotten Azulmagia, and you can see it's got 3 acts. Standard completion time, 8 minutes. Ideal completion time, 7 minutes. Alright, let's get this party started. This should be fun and interesting and very painful. Alright, I've got my Mighty Guard on, I've got that going. I'm actually gonna take the Mighty Guard off for one specific thing, and that's called, I wanna make sure I tag this guy with, I don't have it. Oh, I do not have that particular skill. Well, poo to me. Well, this should be fun. This is just lay into it with everything you got. Song of Torment's a dot, which we always want to make sure we have up. Yeah, I'm not taking that. He does have quite a few skills, but thankfully most of these we can handle no problem. Oh, I just realized I am super low on health. Where's my healing spell? Rehydration? I don't remember which one I used for my healing spell, and that's be dead, yep. I didn't get away from that fast enough. God, that's a long-ass cast time. Yep, rehydration's my heal, but it's so fucking slow. That's a lot of AoEs to dodge. Oh, he's got, oh, I see how this gag is going.
he's got something on him that's causing me to take backlash. Which is fine. I can sonic boom him. It's shit damage, but I can use it. Ooh, that's a lot of AoEs. Right, that's just the heal. This was definitely the wrong set to come into this fight with, I will tell you that much. Although I'm still doing a fair amount of damage to him. Oh, not taking that, sir. Simply because I have so many of these ult skills. There we go. Hopefully he won't have the ice armor next time around. That way I can just use Goblin Punch on the regular. Oh, that's a dot too. Nice. Oh, yep. See, now he's reflecting magic, so I just punch him in the nose. Nope, that's not gonna live. Oh, interesting. I imagine this will bounce back if I use it. Yep. He still took the dot though, which is kind of cool. I can show off some of my other handy skills, like Bristle is really nice. It just basically just jacks up the next skill you would hit him with. Yeah, I gotta be careful how many of those I use. That's hitting me back. Get some health back in me. Punch these things out. Dude, I can sprint. I can punch these out, no problem. They go down in one hit. You're not much better. Definitely not gonna make the average time here, just because I was not kitted out to win this properly. Oh, back up. And fall in, because he's gonna use Dragon's Voice right afterwards, because he's very predictable if nothing else. There you are. You've been punched in the nose. Act 2 complete. I gotta say that I do enjoy the Masked Carnival. It's kind of a fun little divergent thing. Just to jump in and screw around and have some fun with some weird-ass abilities that you wouldn't get to use normally. Repelling Spray. Oh, okay, so we're back on this gag again, huh? I wonder if he's gonna change which ones he's using in the mid-fight. Oh, nope. Not gonna be near him for that. Get nice and close for this one. Slide to the side. Charybdis. Oh god, not the tornadoes. I hate those things. Oh fuck, he heavy my ass hard. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is where I diamond back. And just nope this thing as hard as I can. Just say nope, because diamond back just says you take like 90% less damage. Of course, then I'm stuck in it until it's done, which is fine. Because now he's changed stances, and now I can hit him with all the magic I want. Oh, there's no good safe spot for that. Other than right here. Got that burn on me still. There we go. Oh, we're doing this gag again, huh? Oh, again, this is why we Diamondback. The only downside is Diamondback is fucking expensive mana-wise. I could actually loose it here to get some mana back. Ah! Oh, and we've changed stances again. Swift cast this rehydration so I get some healing here. Thank you, get nice and close so I can punch you in the nose. Not that close, sir. Thank you. I knew you'd make this interesting for me at least. And there you are. That's Azulmagia defeated. In 8 minutes, not terrible. There. Now that we've legitimately conquered that, we can do the final quest, turning over a blue leaf. Because you can only do this quest once you've actually beaten that specific challenge.
Dekumon beat Azulmagia. The Doja can hardly believe it. I mean, I can believe it, because the Doja always believe in you. Anyway, well done.
I cannot thank you enough. Lapis Canyon is safe.
In more ways than one.
Nicely done, Dekumon. That second Gobu shot won't be bothering the Wallaki anymore. Spectacular! Stupendous! The performance of a lifetime! I never knew you had it in you, Dekumon. Of course, I haven't forgotten about our agreement. As of today, I will be withdrawing my funding for the Cerulean Mine project.
Good, and the Wallaki still get their medicine.
Fools! You think you have defeated me? This place will be your burial ground. Checked you for a moment there, didn't I? I must admit, I got the road accustomed to playing the villain. But enough is enough. I'd rather just be the pompous asshole. Oh, sorry, I gave you the wrong voice again.
The fact is, I lost our wager, so it's time I put an end to my plans for Lapis Canyon. I'm a businessman, not a monster, and I have you, Seda, and Martin to thank for reminding me of that. The New World is a vast, untamed land, and there are bound to be ways to acquire cerulean without mining on sacred ground. Rosie has even agreed to fund my next expedition.
Really?
I'll be leaving my ship within the next few days. Seda, would you care to join me? With you as my guide, perhaps I can avoid repeating the mistakes I made with the Wallaki.
You're serious, aren't you? I accept your offer, if only so that I can keep you away from our land. Actually, I've heard of several places similar to Lapis Canyon, to which no one has laid claim.
Oh, then you and I have much to discuss. But first I must prepare for the voyage. There's much to be done.
I'll never forget you, Dekumon. If you ever have a chance to cross the Indigo Deep, you'll always be welcome to stay with the Wallaki.
You know, I'm a little disappointed I never got to meet the Wallaki. Or did I? I don't remember. Shit!
Did we meet the Wallaki? Hold your chocobos. As a Zoro II, there's no time to go gallivanting around the New World. You've got crowds to please, beasties to best, not to mention money to earn. Don't go away now, darling.
Lady, saving the world still comes first, you know, right?
Does it? Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
I go through all the trouble of getting better and squeezing back into my costume. But it looks like you're her favorite now. Bloody charming, that is. Mind you, the epidemic's over, so I don't need to dance to her tune no more.
So why is Martin still dressed as the Great Azuro?
Well, there's no harm in earning a few gear while I think about my next move now, is there?
The Doja say Martin just like the attention. But that's okay.
I love that that's the quest accepted. It almost feels like it's the end of a quest. Funny enough, because it is. We'll just go right into it.
Oh, something's occurred to me. All this business with the great Azuro and Azuro II's got everyone talking about blue magic. Those stuffy old bookworms in the Arcanist Guild never listened to me before, but this ought to make them take notice. In fact, I'm thinking of opening a Blue Mage's Guild, partly as a way of rubbing my guildmates' nose in for redirecting my research, but also to help spread the knowledge across Eorzea. I need a fair bit of gil to get the idea off the ground, though. All the more reason to carry on as the great Azuro. I'll show him that not even being half-eaten by some beastie can keep me down. Of course, there's always room in the Celestium for the both of us. After all, I wouldn't deny my favorite and, well, only apprentice a chance of fame and glory.
Well, that's good on you, sir. In order to undertake the next Blue Mage quest, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest, Litany of Peace. Once you have done so, the next Blue Mage quest will be available for Martin. Yep. But for that, well, as you can see, my last quest, this is literally the last quest of this setup. Yeah, I have to beat the last stage of the Mass Carnival, which I have yet to do. So I'm gonna have to do that on my own time before I can even do that set of the quest, because I can't do the New Game Plus for that segment until I beat this quest, which means I have to beat that Mass Carnival first. See why I was worried about Blue Mage. Anyway, my friends, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.